This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised. We are the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It's Thursday. You know what that means.
Penis inspection. Whip them out.
Yeah, that's what I was like, isn't that coming up?
Whip them out.
Isn't that coming up, our dick inspections?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you have no idea what you got yourself into.
Okay.
Actually, Eddie, you're in good company now, right? Because you've got an uncirced brother here with you, right?
Are you? Fuck him. Right? We're both gangsters because we come from the hood.
Both gangsters
It's true.
because you
It's
still
true.
have the hood.
It's fine, dude. 3 versus 2, circed gang's gonna win.
The hood will always be with you.
The hood is always in me, on me, around me. Fucking-
Little slimy bastards.
But no, it's podcast day.
Oh.
My name is Eddie Lyon, and god damn it, I forgot what I was going to say. With me, as always, is Derek Reese.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Nick Lewis.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
Cole Simper.
Well, fellas, I came to the conclusion that I can't have a huge cock, be 6'4", and have a full head of hair. So I decided to nerf myself.
To go with none of those?
Two out of
Have it
two-
all.
Once
two out of
you
three.
make that, once you
One
make
out
that,
of three ain't bad, dog. One out.
once you hit that realization, then life's a little bit smoother. Trust me.
Just like your head
I don't
now.
know. I don't know. I was spending a lot of money on like hair stuff, and I can't really tell if it was like really doing anything. And
Well, and you know
I don't
what?
know.
In my personal opinion, like I think trying to hold on to it
Looks
doesn't
worse.
look nearly as good as just like what you did, man. Like I think that
Yeah,
looks
what would you
way
know
better.
about trying to hold on to it, huh? Look at you.
I don't know, man. It's so
Look.
funny. It's so fucking funny that like men rule the world, but we still haven't figured out a way to cure fucking baldness. What's up with this shit?
Hey,
You know what I
Elon
mean?
Elon did just, if you've got that fat money to drop on hair plugs.
You know what actually like convinced me to just fucking do it was I saw a TikTok of it was an airline to Turkey and a lot like coming back from Turkey and there were like several people in different rows that had like all like they had the fucking hair transplant.
Oh
surgery.
yeah.
And I was like, dude,
Nah,
just
bro.
fuck, it's just hair, dude. Fucking,
Yeah.
I'm growing it on my face. If I have to have hair, I'm getting it literally everywhere else. So fuck it. I don't really.
Dude, I like some days like when I had my super long hair, I was like, yeah, good hair day. And then like every now and then I'd like get out of the shower and just catch a glimpse of the massive bald spot back here. And I'm like, it's
Yeah.
gotta go. Like you can only wear hats every day for so long.
Yeah, like it reminds me of what's his bucket? Riff Raff on Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, uh-huh.
Like it's sometimes you just catch a glimpse of yourself and you're like, oh God, all right.
Yeah,
That's
Jesus.
What's his name? Devin Townsend from Strapping Young Lad with the skullet.
Yeah, man. There's so many. It's like just let it go.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
You don't want to Hulk Hogan through life.
no, God, no. First, in so many ways.
Yeah,
And for
in
so
more
many
ways than
reasons.
one.
Yeah,
Well, exactly.
anything
and-
that could entail.
And our special guest today, our friend, Smash aficionado, Smashbort. Say hello to the people.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What?
And we are the Nerd Corporation. Welcome to episode 213. Everybody smashes, bro.
Let's
going-
smash.
We're going to be talking about Super Smash Brothers, the long legacy that it has, and a lot of fun things that come with it. Little information about Super Smash Brothers, of course, for those who don't know or have been living under a rock. Super Smash Brothers is a series of platform fighting video games published by Nintendo. From about 1999 to 2008, it was developed by HAL Laboratory, who are responsible for a number of the Kirby titles like Kirby's Adventure, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and Kirby Planet Robobot. From about 2008 to now, Smash is developed by Sora Ltd., which is Sakurai's company.
Mhm.
And then in 2014, Bandai Namco joined in the development team, and we all know Bandai Namco from Pac-Man to a few Dragon Ball games to a few Tekken games to
Lots of
Elden
anime
Ring.
stuff.
Yeah, that's why we got Kazuya in the new one.
Mhm,
Well,
mhm.
why not Pac-Man? Where's Pac-Man?
You got
He's
Pac-Man,
he's
bro.
in it.
got
Didn't-
He
Pac-Man.
is he? All
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
and he's
Hell yeah.
actually kind of broken.
What? Dang, dude.
Pac-Man's one of those annoying characters where it's like, fuck.
Not another one of these assholes.
Well, you never know. You never know if it's going to be one of those toxic ass fucking Pac-Man players that are like zoning you from the edge of the fucking stage, like throwing their shit at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Can be
and
annoying.
and based on that statement, like I know next to nothing about Smash Bros. Except for, the couple of times that we've partied at your place, Johnny, and I've always found it fun to watch people chilling and playing the game, but it's one of those things that I am not good at. I don't know that I want to put forth the effort to be good at it, and so I'm just happy to be there.
It's
Dude,
definitely
it's
one of
so
those
deep.
games that's really, 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 really hard to get really good at because there's so many people that are at the high level,
hmm
and just trying to get there is such a
Mhm.
climb. Like I've been playing this game since launch, so about 6 years now, and my fundamentals are still lacking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro.
You know
I
what
know.
I mean?
I'll never forget the day that Brian, friend of the cast, Brian, come over, Black Brian, for those that don't know, came over and just just whooped me. Just like a completely, bro, it's not even funny. Like he was like using like completely different techniques. Like this is when I didn't know about like teching or like all of the other like crazy terminology that's in there. Like I know that the tilt attacks, didn't even know that those were a fucking thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it kind of reminds me of Grandma's Boy when what's his bucket just absolutely
Did I
slaughters
did
that.
I did I break it?
Did I break it? Is it broken?
Did I win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
Did I
DDR
win?
machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it is like shockingly complex in the way that people have like, not even the way that like, oh, and we'll get into it, but like melee, like
Oh
it's still
God.
being broken open, and like
Yeah.
there are still things that are being learned today and like figured out. You know what I mean?
That's wild.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. For a game that came out, 24 years ago, and it's still like being looked at and being studied to this day. Like people are still finding out new tech or like a new way to do a combo or everything else. They're just finding it all. And it's amazing. And then we have things like Slippy now. Slippy's great. That's like how you can play Melee online with other people.
That's the good part of the community. Are the people that are doing that shit, making it
Yeah.
so we can connect.
Yep. That's my favorite part about the community is that there's the nerds who are doing this stuff, like Slippy giving us rollback net play.
Mm.
And that way, when you want to play Melee online, you can play at this almost the speed that you would be able to play if you were playing LAN.
Yeah.
So that's what
rad.
the rollback is for. It's so you can be right there.
Well, there's not only that, but like you remember Project M, right? How
Yeah.
they brought that shit to, and I'm like, even back then, I was like, this is insane. This is crazy how they took that entire game and then like migrated it online.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's wacky to
Bro,
believe that
it's
some
like
this nerds found out how to do this shit.
if you could take like me now and go back to like how what was I like 13-year-old me and be like, this is what's happening like with this game on the N64 that you're playing, I'd be like, no,
Yeah. You're
no.
high.
What is this online stuff? Like
Dude, imagine that, like, because the first Smash was what, 1998?
99, I think.
Was it 99?
we all
So
remember that iconic commercial.
Of course.
Oh
Right?
yeah, you and me,
Yep.
and me and you. Oh yeah,
So good.
that
It's
was. I remember that seeing that commercial as a kid and going, "I need this game."
Yep.
Like this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and even then, I knew it was going to be a big deal. But I didn't. Obviously, I was a kid. I didn't know anything about like how markets work and the scope of how big Smash was going to be. As a 10-year-old kid, I'm
Mhm.
not going to know that. But I was like, this game is going to be big. I know it.
I I remember having Smash 64 and playing it a lot, but where I really hooked into was Melee and all of that shit, man. Doing the 100-man brawl or the 100-man melee. I can't remember
The
what it was called.
Mhm.
hitting the punching bag as far as you
The
can.
home run
Oh, that
contest
was the home run contest was so fun.
Yeah. Oh
That
and
yeah.
was
leaving
probably
leaving
one of
your
my favorite
console
things.
on. You remember leaving your console on because you think it would get you Mewtwo?
Yeah.
That was the shit, dude. That was
Well,
the
because that's
fucking
how you
shit.
got Mewtwo. That's
That
exactly how
well,
you got Mewtwo.
it was like there were two ways of getting Mewtwo on Melee. You could either play an asinine amount of matches, or you can play an asinine amount of time in matches, right? And so what you would do is you would just go in and you would have it. You'll have to remind me, was it like unlimited lives or could you only top out at like 99 lives? But you made the CPU like dumb as shit, right? So the game would like last forever. Because if you put CPU 10 versus CPU 10, that game's going to be over like pretty quick because they actually know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there were like little things that you could like make it, fix the longevity and yeah, all to just get Mewtwo. And then God forbid your fucking console turned off somehow.
Oh God. I remember that. My mom turning off my console because it was on all night.
Oh, he left it
Oh, and
on.
then
He
you have to
must have
kill your
left it. He
mom.
must have left this on. I'll just turn it off for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually definitely that. It was never malicious.
Yeah, yeah.
She didn't know what I was doing, but she was
Well, yeah.
probably like, "Oh, he forgot to turn off his game."
God damn it, mom. I need
Oh, I almost
Mewtwo.
had that too.
I was so close.
Yeah, bro. No one ever would have expected that Melee would have lasted as long as it has. I still can't believe that dudes are carrying around full on CRT TVs and GameCubes and
Yeah.
adapter ports and all kinds of shit just to throw down and wave dash and
Me
fucking
personally, I have and I'll show you guys. I have my GameCube controller that I
Yeah.
use specifically for Smash.
Mm.
And then I also have a Wii and a CRT for when I want to play Melee.
Nice.
It's
Okay.
exactly what I have it for. It's a Melee machine.
Pretty soon you'll have that
Yeah, you'll have the
wireless GameCube
wireless.
controller.
Honestly, I'm hoping that I'll be able to cop one. Because
Yeah.
this. I mean, I know that Nintendo's doing that thing where they're prioritizing the actual gamers.
Yeah, you have to sign in with your Nintendo account. This is real shit, dude. Like this is what they're doing for like Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders too. Is that the people that have a certain amount of hours logged in on their Nintendo online account, so like you're an actual fucking person who
Oh,
actually buys and
interesting.
plays games,
Mm-hmm.
like has first bid to pre-orders.
Yep.
I
So
mean that sounds like a good way, at least, to attempt mitigating.
it is
You
a great first step.
basically you have to have over 50 hours of gameplay on your Switch. You have to have an active Nintendo online account at time of pre-order, and you have to be subbed into their like newsletters that they send you and shit.
Well, and I heard
Really?
that they had paused pre-orders
Oh
because
They
yeah.
of
did.
all the
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
tariffs and shit. Like, is that still on pause
Oh
or?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
okay.
it
I mean, that makes sense because we don't know what's going on yet.
like, let's say because I did get a new Switch and I haven't had it for a very long time. Is it like time on the console or just time that like you've been like, does it?
How long have you had your Nintendo Switch online account?
Oh God, since I had my Switch.
Then
So
you're fine. You
yeah,
have at least one game. Yeah. I
Yeah.
would think that you're okay. I mean, if you're like super paranoid, just go into your recently played and just see You know, I'm sure. I'm
Why
sure.
was it? Oh, this guy's only got 20 hours on his Switch OLED. This guy can't
Yeah,
do
I mean
anything.
it's like cumulative too. So
Well,
if you have
yeah,
Yeah.
but
5 hours in Pokemon and you have
like
20 hours in
what
Zelda,
if
like that's
it's
45 hours.
what if it's like in my case, right, where I had my Switch for I don't remember, like what did I have it for, a year or two, but I sold it and haven't had, an active Switch
Probably
account
not.
or for a couple
Probably.
years.
Yeah, I would imagine probably not, just because like if it's like, because that would probably, like, they have some kind of system in place where it would filter you, where it's like,
Right.
this guy's potentially a scammer, or potentially a scalper. Sorry, not a scammer.
Yeah, they'll
I do
probably
have a nice
also have
scalp.
it wait.
Yeah, so the thing is with that GameCube controller, just be patient. They're really good about getting those controllers out. I know that they'll probably be gone for, like, if you're not like among that like first batch, I would imagine that pretty quickly after that.
I was salivating when I saw that shit.
I
I
wish it
was
was a different color.
so
That's
hyped.
all.
I don't mind the classic purple,
Yeah.
but yeah, a different color would have been sweet,
You
like a
don't you
silver
don't
one
think
too. You know what I
Do you
mean?
think they'll release additional colors? No, just the
No,
No way.
one.
No, they
no.
only released the one color of the 64 controller.
Yeah.
And it would be a complete shock to me. But man, if I got that orange one, that orange fucking GameCube
Oh
controller, that
god,
is
that's
the
a
only
classic.
that's the only orange anything that I would ever own. Just because it's
It would
so.
have been cool if they did like a special like translucent N64 controller.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
I mean, the
Those,
door's still open for them to do that shit to the N64 controllers too, because they still sell those, and that's
Yeah.
like, that's what that generation was like known for, was
yeah,
the see-through translucent color console
yeah.
variations. But um,
I don't think that going back on Smash, I know that they announced they have that GameCube port coming out for the Switch 2. I really am hoping, and this is just me, I don't think I'll get what I want, but I'm really hoping here that we get online Mario Kart Double Dash.
don't count it out.
Ooh.
Don't count it out. F Zero day
Yes,
one
I'm
has
excited we're getting F-Zero, but
well, it
another
has
one too,
multiplayer. It
another
has
one that I
matchmaking
don't,
multiplayer.
and ironically, it's one game that I don't want to come to the Switch 2 is actually Melee.
Why?
Because I just feel like the community is gonna rip it apart. They're gonna be like, "Oh, the frames are off," or what
Yeah.
have you. Like they'll find something to complain about.
Like
They don't have rollback
it's
netcode.
fine. It's fine where it is right now, basically.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine unless they hire the kids who made Slippy and shit. Like, don't
Yeah.
fuck with it.
Well,
Leave it alone.
I want it there simply for posterity's sake. I think
Right.
that Melee is probably the most famous GameCube game ever made. I
Agreed.
feel like it not being there would be fucking weird. And with
Also agreed.
how they have like the ability, I agree with you though. But also at the same time, I can't listen to these fucking babies anymore. They're
No,
they're
I hear you, dude. I
stupid,
hear you.
whiny little petulant children. And it's like, okay, guys, let's play another fucking game. It doesn't matter that much. It really doesn't, like I love Melee just as much as the next guy. I really do. But Ultimate is better in like every single way. And I just don't know, like, I don't know. There's still like active Melee tourneys, right? Like
Yes.
that what was the one, the Battle for BC? They
Yeah,
still have like
that's
a Melee division, right?
Yep.
yeah, they have the list. I have the web page pulled up and they have the list of events and um March, oh well, this is already happened, but March 28th was a melee, and then they had like a melee. I'm assuming U18 is under 18. Um, for people that are under 18, I'm assuming. But yeah, March 28th they did melee.
Where all the Smash players go to hook up with people. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Um,
Smash for Smash.
Okay. Let me
Literally
look
smashing.
because there was CRL. Okay, Full Bloom is happening right now. That's a Mexico tournament. And that's another thing. If you look at if you go to the Luma rankings, and Luma rankings are the rankings that
He's a YouTube guy, right?
no, It's Luminosity. It's a company that
Oh.
ranks Smash players based on their actual performance.
Mm.
So they take what buttons they push, how many inputs were put right, things of that nature, like their ranking,
That's
how many
crazy.
tournaments they win, all the points and shit. And you can find this all by Googling Lumi rank.
Yeah, that's what I have pulled up right now.
Yeah, and right now Spargo's on the top. Spargo, and he's from Mexico. MK Leo's known as like the best player, Mexico.
Yeah,
Meister, the best game and watch around from Mexico.
no
I've
shit.
noticed that there's a lot of great like Smash Bros players that are all from freaking Mexico.
That's
If
crazy.
he's so great, why is he
They're
number
just
17?
they're just DEI hires, man. It's
First of all, Meister, I said he's the best game and watch. I didn't say he's the best.
Well, there Mia from Japan is number 2, and he's got Game and Watch.
Yeah, but he's
But
not
he
Mexican,
plays
so he's not gonna make the point.
no.
yeah, true.
I'm just saying.
That I'm just saying that like we got a lot of top players that are
Yeah.
Mexican, and it makes me so happy.
I love
Yeah,
that
dude,
shit.
That's cool.
That's rad.
It's like it's just great.
I didn't know that MK Leo was Mexican. He is God.
Yeah.
He's dude. Watching him work with Joker is fucking insane, dude. And I
It
know
is.
I know
It
he's like
is.
not maining Joker anymore, but as a fledgling Joker player, I was like, dude, this is so fucking cool. Watching him just floss people, bro.
And then we got
It was brutal.
names like Beast Mode Paul.
Hell yeah.
Don't sleep on Beast Mode Paul, dude. I honestly don't know who that is, but I don't know why he's above Riddles. Because Riddles is like seriously one of the best players out of Canada. I don't know how he got there, but don't sleep on Beast Mode Paul, dog. He's above Riddles.
So how this is a question for you specifically, Smashbort. Where do you fall in like the community? Because I know that players, the different tourneys and stuff. So like, do you know about like all the controversy? Because I feel like we can't really talk about Smash and Smash communities without at least bringing up some of the improper shit that was going on with these players.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely down to talk about that because it's not something that we should like shy away from. You know what I mean?
Well, and
Because it's like we
we
can't
shouldn't
just sweep
allow.
that shit under the rug and be like, oh, well, it already happened. Like, no, yeah, we do need to talk about it because, yeah, there was a very, very big controversial thing that happened in the scene a few years ago where there was a lot of Smash players who were being caught texting underage girls
And
and
boys.
like grooming with little girls. Like, it was bad. And they were sending inappropriate messages. I'm assuming pictures as well were sent.
You know
I
about
didn't really
the
get into
Sky
all the
House, right?
details. No, I didn't know about the Sky House.
So Sky Williams, which really sucks. This one was like an actual fucking knife to my heart because I really liked Sky. I liked watching Sky play against Donkey, dude. That's where I found him. That's where I first found out about Sky Williams, and
Okay.
I liked his sense of humor, and I followed his channel and everything. And then all this shit came out, and it's like, God damn, man. Even if you weren't like you're partaking, you were still abiding by and like letting shit happen underneath your roof, and it's like what. I was
Yeah.
shocked. I was really shocked. And what sucks is that a lot of this shit's been rooted out, right? Like a lot of it is a lot of these people are gone, but there are like special circumstances where there is still some people that like wildly cross the line and are still incredibly welcomed within the community. And it's like, I it sucks that this is still kind of a thing. And I know that they're like considered outliers, right? But
Yeah.
you know, I it really sucked watching these people go down because it was like these people were like showing a dedication that wasn't really ever seen in this medium, I would say. Like watching people dedicate themselves to learning how to play Melee, a fucking 20-year-old video game at that time, like just for like for what, bro? I mean, money,
Yeah.
obviously, and
For pussy, obviously.
Because they wanted to smash. God.
Just wanted to smash,
Dude,
bro.
once again, Nick, just swish. God damn.
Everybody smashes, bro.
I
One
don't know.
player that I wish would go away, I'll tell you guys right now, Sonics. I don't like that guy.
Why? What's wrong with
He's
him?
just like he's one of those people that he has like a smug look to him,
Mhm.
and you just want to punch him in the face.
You just want to give him one of these.
Yeah, just want to fire into the
I don't know what
suckle.
it is about your face.
Well,
Yeah,
see,
I
in
don't
a way,
know.
I get
I
that
don't know
from
what it is
Deliver one
about
of
his
these
Leia,
right
face.
to it.
And the way he like times people out, because Sonic's one of the few characters in this game where you can actually time people out with, and it sucks.
Yeah, because he's just jumping around and like
Yep.
avoiding. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Brian did
that
that shit
answers. I
too.
was like, oh, does he main Sonic? And that answers my question. He totally
Yeah,
does.
he does main Sonic. And I don't have an issue with Sonic as a character. I actually love that he's in this game
It's
because
so cool.
he deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore of video games right here. Sonic,
Yeah, he
he's
does.
earned that spot.
Absolutely, absolutely. He's a
Oh,
mascot, bro.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He doesn't have a single good game, but he deserves.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You're all right, bro.
3 baller movies though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you like those new movies? We haven't seen a single one.
Oh, you haven't? They're good,
Wow.
man.
Yeah, I haven't
Sonic
either.
3 was actually pretty decent.
I need to
There was
watch
some
him.
there was some corny shit in it, but like
Nah,
overall
dog.
it was not bad.
Yeah, I
Okay,
watched
Live
one
and
and
Learn is
two. I
not
don't
corny,
think
bro. How fucking
haven't-
dare you?
I haven't gotten around to 3 yet.
Yeah, me neither.
3's pretty good. You guys are gonna love it.
Watching
Oh,
him,
yes.
watching him go fucking Super Saiyan to Live and Learn is one of the coolest fucking things I've ever been spoiled on. Sorry, I know you know y'all don't really care because it's like 10 seconds, but it was shockingly effective to hitting me, and I fucking hate Sonic at times. So
Yeah, he's always. Him and Brian are always going at each other about Sonic. It's great.
Sonic Mania is actually a good game, though. I'm facetious every time I say that he doesn't have a good game. He does have one good game, and it's the modern version of it. It's funny enough, it's when you take that character away from its main creators that it actually becomes good.
Oh, yeah.
Has
Oh,
anyone
damn.
played like Sonic Frontiers? I know that it's like in the PlayStation catalog. I just haven't like.
Oh, I haven't. I think I added it to my library, but I
That's
haven't
in my
actually
library
touched it.
too. But I haven't.
I know it's on PlayStation Plus, but
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I know that Frontiers specifically has a little bit of a cult following. Like
That's why I want. That's why I was curious because I know a lot of. I know I've seen people that like have talked about that game and it's got like good ratings and stuff like that. So
Bro, you don't think Sonic Adventures 2 is good?
No.
That's a good game. That's a good game.
Honestly, dude, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I couldn't get into Sonic because it was too fast for me.
it's dumb, bro. You go so fucking fast just to run into a fucking spike
I will
or an
say,
enemy.
I was one of the people that ended up getting a Dreamcast and playing. That's where Sonic Adventure was, right, on Dreamcast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
playing
so.
Sonic Adventure with like the little visual memory unit and how it like incorporated into the game.
Oh,
As
yeah.
a kid, I was like, this is the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen, dude.
Bro,
Like
if you
I was enamored by that game when it came out.
If you didn't feel like the fastest fucking man alive going down the hills to fucking escape
Oh, for
from
real?
to fucking escape from the city,
Cole's
in
just
that
mad
for
because he didn't learn the game, and so it's like
his brain's
running
too,
into shit like a moron.
his brain's too fucking slow to fucking.
Oh, I keep hitting the spikes.
Okay, well, don't fucking hit the spikes then.
Oh, fuck
Idiot.
all of you.
It's just I don't know. It's just too hard, man.
If nostalgia is speaking, yes, it is a good game because I have a lot of fond memories of playing that on the game.
Dude, the
Specific
Green
game.
Hill Zone music goes hard though.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
just about
Oh,
to
yeah.
mention the music does go fucking hard.
And the
Follow
casino
me.
level.
Set me
Oh yeah.
free.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
all
And
dude,
the-
all
and
the
the-
Sonic music
I
goes
was-
hard. All
I
of it
was
goes
too
hard.
poor back
Yeah.
then to have systems, but man, the Sonic cartoon always down,
Oh, with
dude.
Gotta
Jaleel
go
White,
back.
dude.
Yeah, dude.
Sonic X was the Sonic cartoon to watch, in my opinion.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I don't know, there was something about it because it was more anime style.
Yeah, yeah.
It was pretty good. I don't know. I enjoyed it. That was my favorite Sonic show. My kids
So-
showed me that.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Switching gears, Sonic was, I would say, besides Snake, probably the first shocking addition to Smash, and which led to a pretty rich history of really, really fucking cool reveals of bonus characters and
Oh,
stuff.
dude, I still remember the Joker reveal. I remember we were at
Oh yeah,
your old house, and
I wasn't even there.
you had driven to go pick up what you were picking up a copy for Joey or
If
something
you
like that.
remember, that was release night for
Yeah,
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. I
yeah,
was on my
you
way
were
to pick
going
it
to
up.
pick up a copy, and
Was that from Hastings?
no,
No,
I don't think
that would
so.
have been GameStop. Hastings was
Uh,
dead already.
But
Hastings already
so
gone.
like you were gone, and I was just me and Angela were watching the reveal, and like it came up, and we were just like losing our minds, and she like calls you on the phone. She's like, "Joker smash, Joker smash!" Like everyone's like
Just
screaming.
dude, just screaming
Yeah,
on the
that
other end of
was
the
such a
phone.
good moment. That was such a good moment.
Great trailer, really great
That's
trailer.
like ingrained into my memory.
Mhm. Oh yeah. So they really started doing like these grand spectacle character reveals with the Wii U. Like, of course, I have to mention it, my boy. I still don't think it's real. That cloud reveal is godly, bro. It
Yeah,
is like it's euphoric on
I
how.
don't know. The Sephiroth reveal is pretty great.
Oh yeah. Oh, bro. I mean, it's the same level. It's
they
the
got
same
screwed
tier.
over with like what do you want to call it? Accessories like the level and the then they just like give you the bare minimum to their characters.
Oh, for Cloud, yeah. So for Cloud, they Square Enix really didn't play ball.
Yeah,
Like
that's
at
what I
all.
meant.
They gave him two songs. They gave him the battle theme and then the boss battle theme and then a stage, and that was really it.
Yeah,
Cloud had two, he had his OGFF7 costume and then he had his Advent Children costume,
Yep.
which honestly was plenty at the time. I do remember thinking that it was kind of weird, but at the same time it was just Nintendo or Square being Nintendo or Square. You know what I mean? It got caught up somewhere in some level of fucking of agreement. And then when Sephiroth came out, I was expecting different, but it really wasn't different at all. Like they added a handful more tracks, but like that was it. And I'm just like, for a game that is so widely beloved as FF7 and not giving us like, I don't know. There's way more tracks that
Yeah.
could very well fit in. Like, dude, look at what they did with Joker and Beneath the Mask. That
oh
is
my
like
god.
the best fucking song in all of Smash, bro.
Yeah,
Like, it's crazy how it took such a chill song and
You
then
know
made it
why
a
that's the
party
best
one.
song in Smash?
Huh.
Because those dumbasses didn't put the fight music for Rayquaza and Groudon and Kyogre.
Oh,
They didn't put that music in there, dude. It pissed me off. I was
it is kind
playing.
of missing. That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good fucking song. Like it's so epic. Like you
The
would think
fucking
of
drums. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
like that. Just it just gets you, dude. Like it
Is
just
that really
brings you
not
the
in the
zone.
game?
It's not in the game.
That is weird as
It
fuck.
might have been in Brawl or like Smash 4, but it's not in this one, and it really tripped me the fuck out. I was like, why is this not in here?
That's gonna be stuck in my head for like the next hour. Um, yeah, there's been quite a different, quite an array of added characters, and it's so cool how they were, able to branch out from Nintendo. I'm trying to think. There's so fucking many. I got to pull up exactly
while
how
you're
many.
I remember when I was working at um where was I? Oh, I was working at Vivint, and it was back before they got their building that they have now. So because they were building the building, we were in the where like the space dynamics lab is now, like over by where Intech
Oh,
is.
right.
And it was back when Smash was on the Wii U, like around that time, because I remember some of the like higher ups, like somebody brought in a Wii U for like people to play on their breaks and shit. And then I remember that they scheduled like a Smash tournament.
Nice.
And so I signed up
Hmm.
for it expecting to play like after work or something like that. And like somebody came and got me like while I was working, and they're like, "Hey, you're up." And I was like, "Oh shit." So
This is important shit.
I just like went into
Wait,
like
Smash.
coaching mode or whatever, and I'm like, I'm gonna go play some Smash. It was awesome.
Smash.
So
Yeah.
That's rad.
Take me off the phones.
Y'all remember the Mega Man trailer?
That was a sick ass trailer, dude.
God damn. And I
Oh
think
my
you are I
god.
think you specifically will understand, like, because these guys, they don't really give a fuck about Mega Man, right? They don't really care. But man, oh, dude, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about that fucking trailer and how they, like, Sakurai is such a master at like
Oh
baiting
yeah.
and switching, like what they did with King K. Rule in the beginning.
Yes.
Remember how they did that shit? Like, he's so fucking smart and fun with how he like deceives the audience, and he's like, "Oh, you thought it was this, but it's really this." I don't know. It
Hmm.
kind of
I
bums me out that
understand
he's
like
stuck.
the relevance and importance of Mega Man. I just those games never I never really played those games
Yeah,
like growing
same.
up.
They're fun. The X ones were the better ones, in my opinion.
Yeah, dude. I still kind of I'm still kind of bummed. Not really. Fuck, dude. They gave me literally everything else, you know. But like, it would have been cool to have X in there too. Like, just one more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how like some
Or at
characters
least as
got,
a
like,
skin, you know?
yeah, some characters got representation and then they got like an extra character from the, you know what I mean? They got like, at least some characters got at least one. And I
Watch
feel
them
like
give
Mega
us
Man
base before they give us zero.
or fucking Proto Man or some fucking bullshit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't mind Proto Man. Not
Proto
gonna
Man
lie.
would be
Mighty
fucking
Mighty Number Nine.
He would fuck so
oh,
hard.
yeah, dude. Those were, I don't know. And that's probably like Capcom. You know what I mean? That's probably like, even though the success that Smash has had, I would, if I had a super popular video game character, I would be fucking begging for Nintendo to call me and be like, put his ass in Smash, bro.
Yeah,
But
immediately.
Master Chief.
I was just gonna say
Honestly,
the
dude.
same thing.
Honestly, if we got Solid Snake, they can't not do Master Chief.
he's
I'm
next,
just
bro.
saying.
If so, that's
It'd be weird, but it would make sense.
Well, I mean, with all the branching out that Microsoft is doing now, like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't see why not.
so. Here's the thing. Uh, Microsoft was just not there at the Switch 2 reveal. Kind of really shaking my faith. I'm not gonna lie. Not a single fucking anything from not a word from Microsoft. I'm like, oh, okay. So this is where I don't know it. I don't know if you were like keeping up Smashbort with like all of the like the media surrounding the Nintendo Switch 2 for the last couple of months, but it has been
Yeah,
heavily rumored that several of Microsoft's IP is making their way to Nintendo,
really
including Master Chief Collection and Gears of War. And
interesting.
everybody was speculating that Master Chief was going to show up at this last direct. And so the whole fucking time, bro, I'm like, I'm holding my breath and my nuts, waiting for that fucking glare, for that visor popping up on my screen. I was like, it's just a matter of time.
And when
It
it
really truly is.
when it didn't, he tore his nuts right off.
I
Yeah.
almost did.
Just
I really
ripped them
Just tore the
right
nuts
off.
right off.
Like I don't need these anymore.
Threw him across the room.
So and now I'm thinking that the most, the soonest that we're gonna find out, I think, is Xbox's Summer Games event, which is in like 2 or 3 months. So that fucking blows. Like, now we gotta like wait. We've been waiting so long for this Nintendo Direct, just because, like, bro, this has been a hot button topic around
I
this shit.
mean, that's kind of a smart move, though.
I
Just
don't know, bro. If I
On
wanted
just
to
hold
move,
off on it.
if I wanted to move shit, if I wanted to move switches, and Microsoft is already a fully gung ho in plans of like, we're
Yeah.
going Sega. We are going multi, like, we're putting our games on everything. That's where I would want to fucking be. Like, I don't know about
I mean,
Gears.
true.
I don't know about Gears. I don't know. Maybe, I guess you could maybe even say the same thing for Halo. Like, maybe Halo didn't have a spot there, but this rumored Oblivion remake was a fucking guaranteed. I could have swore that was a home run. Like, definitely premiering at the Nintendo Switch, like at the Direct, but it wasn't. Very, very weird. But I think that if this is real, then it's going to show up at whatever Xbox's official event is. And yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. They would hold their shit for them, but that's not the position that they're in. They're in
I mean,
a really
true.
bad position where they really need to, like, this whole new idea that they're doing, where they're going Sega, they're going nuclear. Like, they don't care about
It just
exclusivity. We're
it
putting it.
just wouldn't surprise me that they would hold off on it and go, well, we want eyes on our thing. Like we want
Right.
it to be on our event.
Yeah.
You would think.
Speaking to um a little bit of that Nintendo Direct, because I know that we wanted to do a little blurb on it after it happened, but we never got around to it. But I wanted to ask, I don't know how Smashbort, how you feel about it, but I wanted to ask Cole how he feels about the Dusk Bloods reveal
Um.
being exclusively Nintendo Switch 2.
Um. Well, I'll go second. Smash, you can go first. What do you think?
Um,
You're a big FromSoft fan, aren't you?
Not personally.
That's
I've
why I was like,
honestly never
I
played
don't know if
a
he is or
FromSoft
not,
game.
but
I've never played a FromSoft game, but my partner does.
Uh.
And she's a
yeah.
huge, and I mean like the biggest I've ever seen fan of Bloodborne.
So did she fucking scream when that dude the first
At first,
the
at
first
first,
second the first fucking image is like Bloodborne
Yeah.
of
Well,
some kind.
this is the
it does
spiritual
give.
successor to Bloodborne.
Oh yeah.
No, I wouldn't say it is.
Oh,
But
that's what everyone else is saying.
well, yeah, but it's not.
They're wrong.
It's more like it's its own game. You know, it'd be like saying Dark Souls is like a spiritual predecessor to Bloodborne, but
Yeah, I
it's really not. It's got its own little thing. It's got its own story. It's got its own everything. But one thing that upset her about the game itself is that it's looking like it's going to be a PvP style game.
yeah.
Mm.
PvPvE.
Yeah, so it's like that kind of turned her off from it.
Yeah, because I mean, I played I haven't finished every single like Souls game, but I finished Bloodborne, I finished like Elden Ring.
Right.
I did finish the first Dark Souls, but I never, probably because I was total ass at it, but I never got into like the invading and like fighting other people or whatever. I was just like, dude, these guys will just mop the floor with me.
Yeah.
I just want to play the game and get through it, and then I'll be good.
Yeah.
I
Good
guess
time.
just real quick thoughts that I have about it. I'm fucking there day one. This
Are
this
you?
sounds so fucking cool. Of course, bro. With all of the I don't know, this is to avoid skewing away from the topic enough as we already
Yeah.
um I think that the Switch 2 was an incredibly strong reveal. I think that it is like
Agreed.
the only thing that is stopping this thing from being really good is fucking modern events and pricing. And I if you want my honest opinion about like the tariff situation, I don't really know how it's going to go. I wasn't really believing anything until it started actually happening. So,
Yeah.
you know, what really fucking scares the shit out of me is that Angela did a little bit of just a little bit of number crunching and some light digging. And recently, within the last 2 years, Nintendo has completely moved all of their manufacturing to Vietnam. So they don't manufacture in China, they don't manufacture exclusively in Vietnam. And I'm going to let y'all guess how big of a percentage of tariff Vietnam got hit with.
I haven't looked, so I'm gonna guess 40.
You're almost there. It was 47%.
Oh, man, I was gonna say 45 at first. Oh,
So, quick maths. All credit to Angela. She did all the math. The Switch is looking to be probably a $700 machine.
I was just gonna say like maybe 700 bucks.
Yeah, dude,
That's
Yeah,
without
something like that.
that's without
thanks,
Mario Kart.
thanks, titties. Trump tariffs.
So yeah. So
the worst kind of titties.
The
Right.
absolute
Yeah.
worst.
I was talking with a homie the other day, and I was like, damn, really laying it all out like this really paints how fucking bleak it is. Cause it's, first of all, $499 is a great fucking price. If you don't think so, if you're crying about the price, I think you're a fucking baby and you should find a different hobby. This is a really, really exemplary piece of tech.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's easy for people to forget how expensive things have been in the
Derek,
last
Derek, Derek,
2-3
Derek, Derek.
years.
It's got a new logo, dude.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Bro,
I'm just
the
saying it's easy.
Joy-Cons are magnetic.
I'm just saying it's easy for
Okay.
people to forget that things already have been expensive, and this isn't that much
Yeah, it's
more
true.
of a
It's really
leap.
not.
It's like people are thinking like a decade ago and going $500 is insane,
I saw
and
this
it's really
meme
not.
where it was the the Drake meme where he's like that and then he's like that. And it
Yeah.
was like this to the Switch 2 price and then this to like the PS5 Pro $700 price.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it I personally think that the bundle with Mario Kart at $500 is actually really fucking good considering.
Well, 450 is what it.
Well, especially with
Yeah.
that dope ass Mario Kart, like you can ride
Yeah.
rails and shit now,
Looks
and you
great.
Oh
can
yeah,
like
Bounce off the walls. Oh
Mario
Yeah,
my
Kart,
dude.
God,
Mario
the
Kart,
cow,
like
Mario Kart
holy
the
Forza Horizon.
cow.
Yeah,
Dude.
I really hope that it ends up being worth that amount of money.
Yeah,
What were you
shit.
gonna say, Eddie?
kidding.
The PS1 back in 1996 was when the PS1 released. It released at $299.
Bro,
Yeah.
when
So,
Donkey
to
Kong
this
came out
year,
on
Let
hold on.
Eddie get it. Yeah.
The compared to today's money, that's $615.
yeah,
That makes sense.
I was just gonna say when Donkey Kong came out, it was $79.95 when it hit the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's
yeah, like
another.
people act like, expensive machines have not been a thing. And like, get the fuck out of here with that.
But
Like
bruh, you
we
want
just
them to completely upgrade the Switch,
yeah.
make it 100 times better, which they did,
And
and then
$200 cheaper.
yeah, no, fuck
Like,
off, dude. Fuck
get
out
the
of here
fuck
with
out of
that.
here.
We
Touchcraft.
I think we got accustomed to $60 games for too long. Like
Yeah.
Well,
70
and-
was
Prices
okay.
were stagnant for so long.
yeah.
Now we feel like we're getting ripped off.
Yeah.
There are a couple points of criticism that I could levy at Nintendo, right? So this everyone's calling it a pack-in game, but guess what? It's not a fucking pack-in game. That Nintendo tour, did you see like during the direct there was like it's very obviously it
Yeah.
looks like it's like ripping off of like Astrobot. Guess what? Doesn't come with the console. Guess what, bitch? Instruction booklet, it costs $10 to $15. Pay up.
Mm.
That's fucking dumb. That's really fucking stupid. It should just come with the game. And their most successful console of all time came with Wii Sports.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Reggie Fils-Aimé had to fucking had to get on his knees and beg to Satoru Iwata and say, hey, this really should go in for free. Just throw a disc in there and watch people just fucking love it. And guess what? They did. And Wii Sports is I don't think it's controversial to say it's like one of the best games ever made.
They did lose initially for doing that. Like initially they lost a little bit, but what they gained
so much.
Right.
Dude, so much more with their
well, yeah, and
base.
instruction book looks fun as hell. Like
yeah.
It really does. Like
you're talking about the game, right? That shows you how to work the Switch too.
Yeah.
Well, it just like it like walks you around the hardware and it like shows you like, hey, this is what this is, and there's cool like little things in there. Like
I'm gonna find a streamer and then watch them do it.
Yeah.
Or a YouTube video.
Like, but no, I'm not. I would not.
I'm not gonna buy that game.
I'm not gonna buy that.
It's not gonna happen.
Like,
but it just came with the fun. Like, I thought the same thing with Snipper Clips. Did y'all play Snipper Clips on the original Switch? Like that shit was so fucking cool and demonstrated like how to use the Joy-Con and like in all of its and all of it the way that it could. It was so fucking cool.
I remember when you first got your Switch, we played it in the mall parking lot, like on top of your car, because you were showing me how it worked.
We fully utilized that Switch, baby.
Yeah.
That's how it was. I took that shit everywhere. They said, "Hey, you can play this on the the New York rooftop with your your ethnic diverse friends." That's what I fucking did, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of scary, but also at the same time, I don't know. I've been saying for years that there are games that I would pay more than $100+ for. There are experiences that I would be like, you know what? This was $100 experience. The Last of Us Part 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Death Stranding.
Probably soon to be GTA 6.
I just feel like that shouldn't be the starting price for every game.
Of course.
I think
Of
there are
course.
definitely some games that, I mean, and yeah, they do it at the normal starting price, and then when no one buys it, then they're like, okay, sorry.
That's what's going to be
But
really
but
fucking
I
interesting.
don't think that's how it
Our
should go.
bad.
I think it should be like games that are obviously gonna be big, important games and that a lot went into. Sure, make those full price. But I think other games that are just little rinky-dink games shouldn't come out at 80 bucks a pop right off the
Yeah.
bat.
No,
Oh,
agreed.
well, and the thing is though, is that like there's a lot of talk about how this, like, the pricing is like blown the door open, right? So now fucking every publisher is going to go in and be like, you know what? This really piece of shit game that we're selling right now is worth $90 starting off,
Mhm.
like, but the thing is though, is that the onus is going to now transfer to the consumer, because you're going to look at NBA 2K in its base form and say that that is worth $90, and then on top of that sell three other versions of the game that incrementally charge like $10-15 extra per version, to where you have $150 gold version of this fucking basketball game. The market is going to speak. The market is going to say, we're not fucking buying these games. Of
Yeah,
course, there are going to be whales and there are going to be like people
yeah.
that are outliers, but I think that you're gonna watch people and companies and publishers fumble this new pricing hard, because these games are not
Yeah.
fucking worth what they think that they are worth.
I just
Dude,
want NBA
Yeah.
Jam back.
NBA
Ain't
2K5 right now is on sale for like $20
ain't nobody,
already.
not a fucking soul in the world, gonna pay $90 for the fucking island, bro.
No.
No.
Exactly. And WWE 2K or WWE 2K.
No
No.
one is gonna pay $90 for the fucking island, dog.
No,
I
it
don't-
ain't gonna happen. It's just
And
not
like
gonna happen.
and I feel like that's a really financially stupid thing to do when you could be selling it cheaper and making money right off the bat instead of delaying and going, oh, God damn it, no one's buying it. I guess we have to.
Just
Like,
dipping your toe in the water about it, like
yeah, like you're shooting yourself in the fucking foot
really
by
are.
overextending yourself
Yep.
like that.
Dude, you got away with that shit in the 90s with NBA Jam and shit. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know who said NBA Jam a second
I
ago.
did.
Credit, but like, you got away with that shit back then. You're not going to get away with it now. It really,
Yeah.
and
But
like, there are
That's because NBA Jam was a good fucking game,
was.
though. You
It
know
was
what
a
I
good
mean? Like
game.
NBA
had Bill
Jam,
Clinton in it.
right?
Yeah, I did. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, and Nintendo, I feel like, is being,
Monica
again,
Lewinsky said he's heating up.
he's heating up. I don't mean to, I fucking hate that I have to defend Nintendo, but people are being so fucking stupid about this shit. Like,
Yeah.
the whole pricing thing. First of all, $90 games are not a thing. That's just, I don't know where that came from. I think it was like Australian people like getting mad, and then the stupid ass American was like, "Oh, $90, that must mean us for us too." Like it. I'm sure that there was like a miscommunication somewhere. However, Nintendo is officially raising the price of one of their video games to $80.
Yeah.
The base is $69.99. That's essentially what the industry has considered base or normal. There are still outliers, like, dude, the first Berserker Kazan was $59.99. Good guy Korea for making a fucking solid banger at a good price. Like, there are plenty of people that are like still fighting the good fight, but Nintendo, I feel like, is going at it in a rational way, where Mario Kart is worth $80, but I think that that's because Nintendo genuinely believes that that title is going to be worth $80.
Right.
Mhm.
And I see it as a token of good faith that the new Donkey Kong game, which looks fucking
I am so
fantastic.
excited.
I was
Holy
hoping
shit.
you were gonna bring it up.
Yes, please speak on it, dude.
You mean
Dude,
Super
It
Mario
looks
Odyssey
so
2?
fucking good, dude.
Oh my god, I went bananas for that shit.
Get
Literally.
it? It's Donkey Kong.
I was like,
Thank
what
you,
is
Derek.
this? What is this?
I just wanted to explain it.
And then he started like breaking the wall, and I was like, is this a new
Yeah.
Donkey Kong game?
Yeah,
Get the
bro.
fuck out of here. And I just started losing my shit.
It's
'Cause it looked
exactly
good.
it's exactly what Nick says. It is Super Mario Odyssey 2, but with
Yep.
Donkey Kong.
But with Donkey Kong, yeah. Actually,
Which
my
is
daughter
which
also
is
said
more
the same
than
thing
fine.
too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
My daughter said the same shit.
I'm in. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like this is
Smart
that
kid.
this is the
Me
game that's making
too.
me buy. Like this is the first party game that's making me buy a Switch 2. Like as soon as I possibly can. Like it's just it looks so fucking good and fun. And going slightly back to like the piece of hardware that you're buying is not only absolutely worth 450, it's like it's Nintendo's version of the Steam Deck. It's
Yeah.
Nintendo's version of a modern PC portable handheld, but just, locked to Nintendo. This is fully bringing Nintendo into, and I know you can make all the fucking jokes you want about how it's 2025 and Nintendo hasn't had a 4K anything until now, but it's still exciting. It's still
Well,
really
and
Yeah.
how
exciting.
cool is it that they're bringing back at least, a digital age version of couch co-op, non-couch couch co-op. Like
Right.
that's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
that blew me
Mhm.
away. Although I saw a meme the other day that was like, how long do you think it is before some guy goes to play on his Switch 2 naked, forgetting that his camera's connected?
Forgetting that his piranha plant camera is connected.
Yeah.
It-
Just
Everybody should fucking buy that piranha plant.
Piranha plant.
Piranha
Piranha
Plant.
Plant.
I put it
Everybody
next to my PlayStation.
everybody should buy that instead of the official Nintendo one, because not only is it cheaper, but also when you're not fucking using it, it closes and it shuts
Yeah.
the camera
That's
off.
dope. I love that.
Yes. So,
That's so
they're
cool.
not spying on your fucking living room.
Before we continue on with the topic, since you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little bell icon. We want to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that is the best and freest way you help us do that. We have merch. Redbubble.com/nerdcourt podcast. Get our sayings and logos on everything you want, from shirts to mugs to t-shirts. I said shirts
Hubcaps,
already, but
hubcaps,
hubcaps, dildos.
whatever.
Yeah.
Spinners,
It says Nerd Corp on the jewel of your butt plug. Like it just whatever you
sparkles,
Coming
it
soon.
sparkles.
Caskets.
come
I actually still have my
Hammers.
Nerdcorp decal on my computer.
hell
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
hell
I
yeah,
actually do have one on there.
very nice, very nice.
Well, I have a stack of them in the glove box of my car still.
Dude, just start sticking them everywhere.
Yeah. I did that at Starbucks once, and now
Hell
they
yeah.
like get mad if you put a sticker on their little green post or whatever.
What is it there for?
Yeah.
What is
Right.
it there for?
Exactly.
We've partnered with Dubby.gg, and use promo code NERDCORP to get 10% off anything site wide. Nick over here has the mystery flavor.
Mystery flavor, which to me
Don't tell, it's a mystery.
it tastes like semen, but
I'll have to order myself a tub.
yeah.
But
Well, I can make you a tub.
Well, hold on, I'll come over and visit Nick's penis.
And he'll put his favorite Smash amiibo in there.
There you go.
Oh,
Oh, amiibos.
I got a bunch of amiibos up on my shelf here.
Damn.
Dude, you know which amiibo was the most annoying? The Kazuya one. That thing was a fucking menace.
Kazuya is a menace in general.
Yeah, and Smash, he's a menace.
Fuck, man. You
Oh
put
my
Kazuya in
God.
like the right player's hands. He is fucking mean, bro.
Yeah, dude. They gave him the same combos that he has in the second game. And
That's
they run
what's
almost the same.
Yeah, they go so deep into introducing levels and like mechanics into these characters. It's so fucking cool. I mean, just exactly what you said with Kazuya, where his entire move set from Tekken is in Smash.
Yeah.
Like that's so fucking cool. They're like, we don't have to make moves for him, bro. He's got his own. And then just like implemented these and these are like crazy cool moves. And like, correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you have to like actually input the moves like how you would in Tekken? Like
Yep.
that is so fucking
That's
cool.
dope. Like they just went copy paste.
And it's the same with Ryu, it's the same with Ken and Terry.
That's dope.
Yeah, dude, doing a Buster Wolf with Terry is so fucking satisfying.
It really is.
Not
Oh my
only do
God.
you get the move off, but if you do it with the correct input, right? You don't do the fast easy way. If you do the input, you get a bigger attack. Like it
Oh,
hurts.
wow.
Also, if you get the input right, and you do it off stage, you can spike.
No fucking way. It spikes?
It spikes if you do it with the input off stage.
Yeah. That's so
Because there's like the easy pushing B way to do it, side B or whatever. But if you do it with the inputs, you get not only a stronger attack, like Cole just said, but if you're off stage and you do the power dunk, it spikes.
Damn.
that's so fucking disrespectful. I love
It
it.
is. It's happened to me.
It's so mean, dude. That in Mario's fucking down A is so fucking cool. That's his spike, right?
So
Where
I
he
want to
does,
know
like,
what does Mario do in general? Like what are his moves in Smash?
he's just a brawler. He just
Oh,
like
Yeah, he's
okay.
just a
throws
brawler.
punches. He throws like he does like his B is a just a normal fire attack. Like he has the fire plant.
Oh, dope.
His
Yeah.
his left and right B is the magic cape, which is just a reflect, right?
Oh,
Like
okay.
it's a
Like a
projectile reflect, right? Like
Yeah.
it doesn't reflect actual things.
like a block.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a block, but like if Samus charges up and does her like full charge B
Uh-huh.
at you and you hit him with the cape, it will just revert it back at them.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
It's a reflector.
yeah.
It's
Uh
essentially a reflector.
what
Dope.
is down B?
Down B is the spin,
flood.
right?
No, it's flood.
No, it's the flood.
Oh,
No.
The
Down A
flood.
down is it down A that's the spin?
I think
Yeah, it's
so.
down A, it's the spin.
So what's the spike? Is the spike just
It's trying to remember if it's forward. It's fair. It's the fair forward air.
yeah, forward air. So dude,
Yeah.
that's the other thing about Smash too, is
Because
that
he comes up and they call it the dunk.
yeah,
They call it getting dunked.
it's so sick. It is
It's
like and watching Mario do it to like Sephiroth is
yes.
like one of the coolest fucking things ever, dude.
That's funny.
If you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/nerdcourt podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience. And that is the best way to do that. So, continuing on. I mean, Smash Brothers is an institution. Like when it comes to Nintendo, it is up there along with the Marios and the Donkey Kongs and all of that. It sparks numerous tournaments around the world, one of which Smashbort you said you wanted to talk about, which was the Battle for BC.
Yes, Battle of BC. It was a very, very, very interesting tournament. For Melee, they had Zane won it. I was really hoping for Mango to take it, but you can't always get what you want. I'm just glad that HBox didn't take it for the Melee side. And
Right?
not that I hate HBox, I'm not a huge fan of Puff. You know what I mean?
You remember when
Especially
somebody
when you
threw a
get
live lobster at him?
yes. I thought that was hilarious, dude.
Yeah, it was really fucking funny because of how he reacted to it. He got
Yeah.
up and just was like, "Who fucking threw it?"
Yeah.
Just fuck.
You know how hard
It's
I work up here.
like, you're a Smash player, my guy. Chill.
Wow.
Fuck.
And you play Puff. I'm sorry, dude. You're not playing Spaceys, dog. Like Spaceys
Exactly.
are hard. Puff is hard in her own way, but like you're not pushing as many buttons,
Agreed. Yeah.
with Puff as you are with like Falco or Fox or something.
I don't hate him either. I think he's a sore winner in my eyes.
I'm annoyed with the pop-offs.
Yeah, he's just hard to watch, dude. I don't know.
For the ultimate side of it, though, I was really rooting for Spargo, but Gluto took it. Gluttony, he's a French player that plays Wario.
Wario. Yep.
Yeah, and he
Fargo
just
plays Cloud.
yeah, he mains Cloud, but he plays other characters like Roy and who's the other one? Pyramithra, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I have it right here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, MK Leo was just not. Was he even in the tournament? Or did he just lose really fast?
I doubt it, dude. He's like, I don't know.
He's just not
Like
where
he
he used to
retired.
be. Because he used to be a threat. Now he's just like kind of mid. And
What do you think about Zero? Did you ever follow Zero at all?
I did until the controversies came out,
Mm,
and now I don't follow him
yeah.
because he was also accused of some stuff, and he's gone off to say that all the charges against him were fake and all this and that, and
Yeah, he
he's
denies them.
yeah, and I'm just like,
I don't I don't
I don't
see
fuck with it.
him in the brackets. I see
I don't think he plays Smash anymore. He's like a body.
MK Big Boss. And I also see a guy named Apple Reviewer.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's a dumbass name. I remember watching Zero videos and
He
making
was
fun of the way that he
good.
talked. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was really good.
He was
that's the
so
one name
talented.
that I recognize from the Smash community.
And Fatality, oh my god, Fatality. That guy was insane.
There's him and then there's the other guy.
He
The
was
bald
he
guy.
was the one who inspired me to play Captain Falcon actually. Because I always played Captain Falcon in Smash 4, the one for the Wii U and the 3DS.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But moving to Ultimate, I struggled finding a main character for a while. And
Uh-huh.
then I started looking up like who's the best at what character. I was looking at DK, I was looking at Cloud because I played a lot of Cloud in Smash 4
Mm.
and Mega Man. But I saw Fatality and I'm like, wait a minute. How did I not know that Captain Falcon was on the table? And I pick what my kids call RuPaul Falcon. You can
Pink
guess which
Captain
skin that
Falcon,
one is.
the pink one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it.
yeah,
Okay.
they
Yeah.
call it RuPaul Falcon, and I love it.
That's
I knew
great.
immediately because that's the skin I was thinking of in my head when you mentioned Falcon.
Yeah, and I also picked that skin because there was an old Smash player who used to pick that skin all the time. And that was Hacks in Melee.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, buddy. He passed away recently at the age of 30.
That's
Jesus.
crazy.
Have you
Yeah.
been seeing all that shit? Like like recently on Twitter they had like the funeral and they had like all those professional Smash players go in there and like give a eulogy and stuff. You know about that shit, right? You know about like what happened to him and all that stuff.
No, because he's one of the Smash players I didn't follow. I just knew that he had health problems and that he wasn't going to make it very long.
So I'm sure you know Leffen,
Yeah.
the Smash bully.
Yeah.
Love Leffen.
He's
I
I don't understand him, man. He's just an anti-villain, but like I hate that he can't ever admit when he's wrong. It's like, bro,
yeah.
you are so very clearly in the fucking wrong right now, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. And there's a lot of people that blame Leffen because didn't Hax killed himself. Hax committed suicide.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he did. His health struggles.
No.
I'm
Because
pretty
I
sure.
remember HBox tweeted out that he was on his way to the hospital to visit him and then it was too late. By the time he landed, he was already passed away.
Because
I thought
people
he
were
had
saying
like a
that
muscle
Leffen bullied.
degenerative muscle disease or something.
I thought that was Broly Legs. Do you know who I'm talking about? Broly Legs,
No.
the Smash player, or not Smash player, Street Fighter. He
Mm-mm.
had, and he also recently passed away. I'll look it up. I could have swore that like people were saying that Leffen bullied him into killing himself, and there are dozens of people online that are like basically giving Leffen a body now, like a body count, like you killed him because of what you said and what you did.
Like whole dozens? I'm just kidding. Cole, the way that you've been facing since you were turned to the side that whole time, it kind of looks like you've got like this posse behind you of the birds because they're both facing that way too.
That's intentional, brother. They'll fuck you up.
On my screen, like
Okay, I'm looking on Reddit and it
turning there,
says
it's like
that
he's actually talking to Johnny because his square is next
Yeah,
to mine.
yeah, that's true.
it says here that he just passed away at the hospital quietly.
What the
Yeah, I was trying to look that up, but
Cole's a dumbass liar.
I mean, I don't know the guy, and I only have seen
Yeah,
like in passing, but I just
right,
think
right.
there's like a real fuck Leffen movement happening right now, to the point where like people are like getting him signed up to be banned forever from like every single Smash tournament. Like it's like a big deal. Like these fucking Smash players, man, it's the only thing that matters in the world.
Yeah,
Smash or pass.
there are some people who are saying there was an essay attempt.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a
Yeah.
it's a it's kind of shitty because there's a lot like like they're all tainted, man. They're all
Oh,
dirty.
okay. So basically, what Reddit's saying is essentially that he tried to commit suicide. It didn't work out, and there was complications with trying to save him from it. I don't know. Maybe he took pills or something, and I don't know what he did. But they're saying here that as a result, he passed away
So
of the
ultimately, he
complications.
succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Ultimately, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
This is all coming from this is all branching from a Nintendo party game. You know what I mean? That's what's so fucking wild about it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is
think about people getting that like crazy about Mario Party. That
Mario Party.
shit ain't no joke, but
Blood
Yeah,
gets
no, it ain't.
spilled
man,
rightfully.
he took my last star, and that was the straw that broke the
it's just
camel's
too
back,
much.
dude.
I can never come back from that.
Everybody else had 2 stars. I was the only one with one, and he just wanted to take mine. So I
I
took
will
his life.
I will never financially recover from that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it really kind of just like taints the whole pool for me with fucking
Yeah.
with smash like professional smash. Like it just I really only look at it as like a this is fun to break out every once in a while and then break out every once in a while and have fun. But other than that,
For me, it's a game that I've loved since I was young,
yep.
and my love for Smash started when I was in middle school. There was
Oh,
a teacher who would open up his classroom at the end of the day and let some of the students come in and like do their homework, play some Super Smash Bros on the 64 that he had. We had a one of those whiteboards that had like that would open, and
Oh
there's like a
yeah.
TV and shit back there.
mm,
So he had his N64 and stuff, and that was actually my introduction to Melee too, was in that same classroom.
that's
Because one of the kids, who probably came from a rich family or a more well-off family, had a GameCube and he had Melee. So he ended up bringing that into class, and we all got to play Melee for a little bit, and it was kind of cool.
Yo, we got
That's
the Smash bundle.
no, he did. He had all the GameCube controllers. He had a Wave Bird and everything.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn, a
that,
wave bird dog.
Yeah, dude,
that's the good
that
shit.
was the height
yeah,
of luxury. Was the Wavebird
yeah, dude.
wireless GameCube
Didn't they have
controller?
a commercial or like an ad where some dude was on the toilet? I could have sworn it was like a
Yes,
So
magazine
yeah,
ad or like a commercial
That's
absolutely.
where some dude was on the toilet and he was playing his game with the mirror on his bathroom window.
that's crazy,
that's like the equivalent of having the Nintendo glove.
right?
The Power Glove.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I saw somebody on Reddit once that was, oh, what were they doing? They like were FaceTiming their PlayStation screen while they were in the bathtub, and they were like playing or working on their phone while FaceTiming their actual screen.
That's
I was like, dude,
great.
that's big brain shit right there.
Look at
That's
what they
Yeah.
peak.
have look at what they have to do to mimic a fraction of your power.
Or think. All right, I gotta ask you guys because I want to know what you guys think about this, and then I'll answer the same question. Um, Out of all the DLC characters, which one do you think should stay and move on to the next game, and which one do you guys think should go?
Yikes.
Just DLC. Just DLC.
Oh, only DLC.
Only DLC.
This is under the
So
intention that
I'll list them.
all of like the original characters are gonna still stay and go on to the next, or what?
No,
Are
they're
you
probably
talking
gonna,
like a Cloud situation where he was DLC in the last game, so it only makes sense that he's DLC? Does that make sense? Like,
yes,
is that what
yes,
you're talking
yes,
about?
correct.
Okay.
So like an added character, not DLC in the next game.
Okay.
So for me, it's I want to see Sephiroth be included. I want to see Midman dip.
Damn, bro.
Every time I've encountered a Midman in my stream, they dominate my arena. They kick everyone's ass. The spacing is immaculate. It's bullshit every single time. I hate it. I absolutely hate Midman players. You guys heard it here first. Midman players are trash. Get Midman the fuck out of this game. Arms was garbage.
Arms, yeah, Arms will never succeed. You'll never see it again.
Oh, I was sitting there like, who the fuck is Min Min? And as soon as you said arms, I'm like, oh, that's why I totally forgot who that character was.
Yep.
Because nobody played that game.
Exactly.
I
They
forget
really
all
wanted people to play it. They really wanted people to play it, but nobody wanted to play it.
Not
It
as-
looked
it
like
was
ass.
cool, but like, am I really? You're not gonna catch me dead spending 60 fucking dollars, let alone playing this shit, bro. Fucking Zelda's right there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking play Arms, bro. What do you mean? And by the time I was done with Zelda, fucking Mario Odyssey came out. What the fuck do you mean? I didn't need this shit.
Exactly. What say you, Eddie? What do you think?
I don't know, man. I like see. I'm not that big of a Smash player, but I do follow here and there. I think Joker would make a great addition to the roster for the next one, like just to stay, just because I've seen like videos of people who have played Joker, and I've you know, Cole plays Joker a lot, and so I think that would be a dope one. Just looking at the list and just out of my own biases, Steve and Alex can go
I agree.
because I
That
feel
was
like
that was
they
another
serve
choice for me.
I feel like they serve zero purpose on Smash whatsoever.
I think that
Dude, Steve
since
was dumb
Minecraft
as
was at its
hell.
peak at its time, that's why they were included.
Yeah, true.
Because at the time, Minecraft was absolutely peak.
Oh, by the way, shocker. That movie is one of the worst reviewed movies of all time now.
Oh, you think that's crazy?
I wonder that's news to me.
But
Well,
it's also making like
did
fucking
they
hand
mine
over
first
fist.
before they crafted?
Yeah, you can't craft first before you mine. Like,
It's not called craft mine.
Yeah, you gotta mine, then you gotta craft.
Cole, what about you?
Honestly, I don't know if this is gonna be a extreme take, but I don't want any of their asses in there. I don't want any of the new deal. Like, I want this next smash. This next smash has to differentiate itself from what came before, because
Right.
this game, Smash Ultimate specifically, I was talking about this with Angela where this morning, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, dude, they really don't have to, other than like financial fucking reasons, and I guess you could say like, you know, the longevity of fucking Smash, like the legacy of Smash has to
Right.
live on in some way. Like, I do think that we are definitely going to get like a Switch 2 version of Smash Ultimate with like all the DLC in there, you know, like the quote unquote ultimate package. And then I really hope that Smash goes away for a while. Like, I really think that like Ultimate is such a testament to what Smash is and like how cool it is. Bro, when they announced Sora as a DLC character, it really like healed my soul. Like, it really like, I'm pretty sure that that video stopped me from killing myself at least 3 times. Like, it's really like, but like that's just for that character, and then they took that for like dozens of characters, and a lot of them mean a lot to me. you know, so like I'm kind of biased is what I'm like trying to say, but like I just feel like if you're going to come back, you have to come back as something completely different than Smash Ultimate. And Smash Ultimate is so like everything else, every other Smash game, right? Now I'm not saying radically change the formula, right? I still want it to be Smash. I still want it to be a platformer fighter with Nintendo characters that have occasional crossovers, right? I still want it to be that at the end of the day. But I want it to like to be different. I want it to, and I feel like they kind of have to do that because they don't want to diminish what Ultimate is. And if we're being honest, bro, Sakurai is getting old. He's getting old. Like he's almost as old as Miyamoto. And dude Miyamoto, and it's not this last direct, but the one before that, like the surprise, he looks rough, bro. Like we don't have these people. We're getting to the point now where we need to worry about losing these people. And Sakurai is like one of the hardest working dudes ever, bro.
Yeah.
Like he is
He
so
gave us Kirby and Smash, dude.
yeah, and right now he's working on Kirby Air Riders,
Yep.
a follow up, which is so cool. I love that, and
I was excited about that.
I hope that I hope that it's like an easygoing experience, like making this, and like you know, because dude's he's like full on admitted it in the interviews, like Smash really fucking did me in. Because like there was like so much that went into like getting these extra characters and balancing and you know
Yeah.
roster updates and there's
Well,
it's
do you know the story of when he made Melee?
no, tell
He
me.
spent 13 months in the studio making that fucking game. He literally says it was the worst time of my life
That's crazy.
making Melee.
You don't make something that good without massive sacrifice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he understood that. And I
Yeah,
think
he
Especially
did.
he still
within
understands.
13
So
months.
to say that he's the hardest working motherfucker, yeah, that's a bold, that's a true statement.
He finds all this time to do all this shit and then also finds the time to get in an airplane and somehow covertly live in my house so he can like find ideas and like think things that are like he can hear things that I think are cool. I swear to God, he really does. Because like there were so many aspects to Smash Ultimate where I'm like, dude, this is exactly what the fuck.
Dude,
I
he's
want.
in that like little Harry Potter cupboard that you guys have.
Yeah, dude, like fucking for real. Like every
Just
dude,
taking notes. Like
it'd be so dope if we had Snake in there. Ah, fucking Snake. It'd be so dope if we had Cloud in there. Fucking Cloud. All I need now is Joker. Fucking Joker. And then it fucking and Sora. Sora will top it all off for me.
Dude, I mean, like, and Sephiroth was like, I wasn't even asking for Sephiroth. This is
Yeah.
fucking cool.
that was a bonus.
And then
Dude,
Sora,
literally,
that was like
thought,
that was like when your phone listens to you and like just
nobody
pops
thought
ads
we were
up
gonna
that
get
you're like,
another
well,
Final
how did it
Fantasy
know?
character.
What's
Nobody
that?
thought we were gonna get another Final Fantasy character
no,
at
bro.
all,
Fuck
let
no.
alone the big boss himself.
And we got Hero from Dragon Quest, which is still like, you know, really cool. Like, you know, for like the history, right? Because like
Right.
that's what Smash like really is. It's like it's a celebration of like not only everything Nintendo, but like, you know, these added dude, it's so crazy. Just even thinking about like the idea of Cloud being in Smash is so weird because that is like one of the most tumultuous and brutal and controversial breakups in gaming history was Square Enix and Nintendo, where Square Enix basically fucking backstabbed Nintendo and was like, hey, we can't do what we want to do on your hardware. So we're going over to Sony and making the shit that we actually want to make. And that's how we got FF7. You know, there's a lot of history here, and I think that it is a true coming together moment where
Yeah.
Cloud really is like a healing moment for the gaming industry in Smash because it really did solve like a 20-30 year fucking beef.
Yeah, it really did. And it really helps that one of the top players plays him.
Well, it's because he's so fucking good, bro. He's the man.
He's smart goat.
Isn't Intergrade's coming to the Switch too, isn't it?
That's what's really fucking cool. And you know my dumbass is about to buy it.
Yep.
You know my dumbass is about to play that whole fucking game through. It's, you know,
Yeah,
I have to see where the cuts are.
Like while watching the direct, I was like, I already know Cole's buying the shit.
Yeah,
day
same
one.
Yeah.
here, dog. The same here. I was like, oh shit. Because in the last episode you were like, I don't know, man. If maybe if they put this in here,
Like if it's cool enough, if something big enough happens, I'll like. But yeah, dude, like
like
not even halfway through.
right in the fucking middle. I'm like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, all right, it's done.
let me ask you this. Um, with Sakurai being as old as he is and being at this stage of his at the stage of his life that he is, um, if he were to, goodness forbid, pass on, do you think that Smash should end there?
Yes.
Uh,
Honestly, I think it should die with him because I don't think anybody has the drive nor the desire to create the game the way he made it or the way he wants it.
And
Because like
if they
as somebody
tried,
who's
it
played
just would
all of them,
fall. It would just fall
yeah, as
very
somebody who's
short.
played literally every single one of the games, they all have different mechanics.
Mhm.
So you had 64 was floaty, melee was all based on physics. That's how they did all the different weights for the characters and everything was all based on physics. Smash Brawl was trash. And then Smash
How
4, you
fucking dare
had
you? You take that shit back
no,
right now.
dude. I'm sorry. I'm glad that we got all the characters we got in Brawl. That was cool, but it was the gameplay itself was just clunky and trash.
What do you mean? You didn't like tripping if you
No,
fucking
I didn't like
dashed too many
stripping. No,
times?
god damn it. That was the worst.
Dude, I hype was like
Smash
at an
4 fixed a lot
all-time.
of what was wrong with Brawl,
Yeah.
and then they fixed everything that was wrong with Smash 4 in Ultimate. So, like, if they just did ports of Ultimate for the rest of time, if he passes away, that would be fine. Just add a new character here and there, just keep it straight Ultimate. You know what I mean?
I don't see it like that's what sucks, man. Is like I just don't see it like it will inevitably. I think you have a very rosy opinion and I mirror it. I definitely think that it should go away because he
Yeah.
is the brainchild. He is the glue. But that's not what's going to happen. Greed
No.
ultimately is what's going to win and they're going to say, "Okay, we need a new Smash game." Well, what about
Yeah.
Sakurai? And it's like, well, what about him?
Right, right, yeah.
It's
I
just gonna
keep
it
telling you,
sucks.
he's 60 years old and he's dead.
Well, they can just have a little seance or
Yeah,
use
there you
a
go.
Ouija board and
We're gonna get a what is that Metal Gear Survive situation?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I really would like to believe that it would go a different way, but and I tend to get a little sentimental sometimes, and I tend to get a little silly and think that that is the right way to do it,
Silly.
is to just not not carry on. If Sakurai's not involved, it's the same thing with Metal Gear and Kojima. It's like what Nick says. It's fucking weird. And it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. And it's more than half, bro. It's like 80% the brainchild of this one man.
Yeah.
And
I
that
mean,
one
and
man is key.
I mean, I feel like you'd be able to get away with sort of a spiritual successor
Of course.
sort of thing where it's not Smash, but it's Smash, you know?
It's happened for decades. Like it's like that's what I'm saying. Like it's reality. They're not going to just let Smash rest. It
Yeah, but I mean, I
create
think I think the title, the franchise should, and then yeah, make something called Smush. I don't know.
Super
Smush,
Smash Brothers.
Super Smush Brothers.
super smush siblings.
Yeah,
Siblings.
Super Smush Step Brothers.
Grand
We can't do that.
Smush
That's
relatives.
SSS. We can't do that.
Grand
That's too many
Smush
S's close
relatives.
together. They might think it's Nazi stuff.
Super
Spectacular Smush comrades.
Super Smush. What are you doing, Step Brother?
Jesus Christ.
Help me! I'm
I got
stuck.
that. I got that reference.
I understood that reference.
Sadly, we all do.
But not in Utah unless you have a VPN.
There you go.
Not sponsored by Surfshark.
NordVPN.
I guess y'all don't use the hub, right? Y'all been like you're like outwardly about this, right? You're like, yeah, we if we do enjoy some pee, we watch it on I don't know, XXNX or whatever
XNXX.
whatever the
Yeah.
fuck it's called. Yeah, I know that there's other
X
There,
videos.
there are a couple of them that are not too awful to use, but
some of them are just they're too sketchy, bro. They're like
as soon as you want me to like look, if I'm in the mood and you're asking me to verify my age, I'm out. I'm ready to
It's a real
go.
buzzkill.
I am ready to go. Don't you dare stop me.
you heard it here first, folks. Derek says, "Fuck your ID. I don't care."
No, fuck me giving you my ID. I don't
I
care.
know. I'm just being a dick.
That's so crazy.
I'm just being an asshole.
Like how you are wasting wank time, and that is not okay.
We don't waste wank time
You
here.
do
No,
not
we do
waste wank
not.
time.
Do
That's
not
precious.
waste wing time.
That's
Wink
precious
time that I
time
will never get back.
And at my age, sometimes
Speaking of
those
wank
precious
time.
few seconds that are wasted, I might already my penis might already be over it,
Yeah.
and
Speaking of
I'll
wank
just be
time.
like, well, that's over.
We
I was
tried.
gonna say, how long till somebody? How long do you think before we get a patch on the Switch 2 that blurs out genitals? How
Oh,
soon?
for like Cyberpunk?
No, I mean for like the camera that it comes with.
Oh, I don't think that's a thing. I think they're expecting that. Bro, Nintendo has everything to gain here, right? If their peripheral gets somehow sucked into like the sex business,
That's
bro,
money.
they have everything to gain.
I guess you're right.
Porn drives.
Check out my
everything.
OnlyFans exclusively on
Yeah.
the Nintendo Switch 2.
Exclusively filmed on my Nintendo Switch 2 camera.
Yeah, if you're
Exclusively
talking,
filmed on my Nintendo Switch 2 Piranha Plant
if you're
camera.
talking recorded entertainment, video entertainment, porn drives technology.
Yeah.
God
Period.
damn it.
It
Just
does.
using your game
Period.
chat.
What's so funny is the obligatory like brand new console in every porn video. Like there's always like a very obvious shot of like a PS5 or an Xbox, and like after the Switch 2 comes out, you're gonna see the fucking camera.
Some girl pretending to play on the system.
Holding the PS4 controller and like the light bar's not even on. Like,
Yeah.
playing, dude.
It's like very obviously a real life soccer game playing on the
God damn.
Oh God, that would be if I were to make porn, I would totally do that, like absolutely intentionally.
just as
to-
a gaff.
Yeah, just to be fucking dumb and be like, I wonder who's gonna say something.
I know what you're here for, but I'm just gonna throw this little funny
Like,
bit.
I hope somebody sees this
Yeah.
and gets a chuckle, you know?
That's funny.
Or just like a video that's like simultaneously a porno video, but also like includes a playthrough of a game. Like,
You know, it would be even
camera just
funnier.
focuses on like
It would be even funnier to have like you and a couple friends on some little high school soccer field actually playing a game and use that as the recording. Like,
Yeah.
it's so fucking funny. And just have you like doing awkward running like you're a video game character. I'm thinking way too much about that. I'm
gears are
gonna do
turning.
that now. I'm getting into the porn industry.
Let's
Sorry.
do
Are
it.
they gonna blur genitalia? I don't think so. I think that's gonna be like think of the possibilities are endless here, right? Think about the long distance couple, right? That are getting freaky for some
Right.
reason. Seeing Peach in that skin tight fucking jumpsuit in Mario Kart
The
really got your
couple
jimmies going, right?
Couples
For
that game
some
together
reason-
stay together.
The couple that for some reason can't use their phones to FaceTime.
It makes it even hotter that it's happening in a Nintendo.
Yeah,
It
I
does.
mean,
it really does.
Everybody,
you gotta
Everybody
do
smashes, bro.
things. Yeah, you gotta do things
babe,
within
get
your
on,
interest.
Babe, get on game chat. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Babe, is your Switch
And then-
charged?
and then she hits you, and then she hits you with that age verification, right?
Then
And
it's over.
you're no longer ready to go.
Everybody smashes, bro.
Yeah.
This
Even
is a
old people.
really hairy conversation to have.
Well, that depends.
I'm not cutting any of this shit out either.
I mean, I manscape, don't you?
You prefer hairy or do you prefer no hair?
Sex
Oh, that's
chat.
the question.
Yeah,
That's the
sex
question
chat.
right there.
Yeah.
Bro,
I
I'm
mean,
a
if you're hairy enough, you don't need to blur anything out.
right.
True.
True.
Bro, I'm brown. I'm used to sifting through bush. Like it's cool,
That's normal.
right?
Oh, that? That's normal.
Standard operating procedure.
Only it's just like it's just a mound of hair and then a tiny little white thing on top of
You just pick it out, bro.
Yeah, speaking of hygiene, Smash players really don't have that, huh?
Oh,
No,
I'm sure.
it is
Damn,
actually a well-documented fact
it smells
that
crazy in
Super
there.
Smash players are in fact smelly.
You know it smell crazy in there, bro.
It smells fucking crazy in there.
Dude,
dog.
Smash and
Magic the
TCG
Gathering.
players.
Right,
Well,
like
I mean,
Magic the
especially
Gathering.
because like if you're already not great with your hygiene, right? And then your game of choice, or whether you're paid for it or not, but like your primary game of choice is such a fast-paced, stressful thing, like that funk is gonna go up 10 times within minutes. Like, god
Actually,
damn.
like shout out to Meat Canyon because they actually did a video on like who is the smelliest like
Are you talking
fandom.
about Papa Meat?
Yeah,
Yeah, Papa
yeah,
Meat.
Yeah,
Papa
I
Meat.
actually watched that video. I know
Yeah, and
exactly what
they
you're
they
talking
came to the
about.
conclusion that I think it was Yu-Gi-Oh players.
I thought it was WoW players.
Hey, I'm a
Oh
WoW
no, it was
player,
Yu-Gi-Oh
and I'm
players
not smelly.
because WoW. No.
Right
Because
now, I might be.
the smell of a WoW player is in their home because they don't
Yeah.
go out into public.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh players do go out into public,
And
and
they take it
therefore
with them.
they take it with them. Yes.
And that's why when TCG Shop Simulator came out, it was so funny because you have to buy like a misting station that when people come in, it sprays them. Like they'll have stink lines coming off of them.
Yeah.
Or
That's
if like they
amazing.
come in and they don't get sprayed, you have to physically grab your can and just like spray them down. And they're like,
That's
"Oh,
so
what the?"
funny.
It's like,
That's
bro,
amazing.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh
the air with
players
that
let it
stink.
crust. They don't wipe. They let it crust.
Gross.
Yep.
Man, Yu-Gi-Oh's such a fucking trap too, man. I got caught up in that shit so hard. And now I have fucking thousands of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that are worth nothing.
Yeah, I kind of got stuck with my Yu-Gi-Oh collection as well. I have like cards that were worth like tons of money back in the day, but like since I've held on to them for so long, they've
Yeah.
just appreciated in value over time because
Bro,
they have cards that are coming out now that are worth more money.
Yeah.
It didn't age like Pokemon ages, you know?
like a fine wine.
Yep.
I like I don't know what was it like maybe sometime last year I sold a Pokemon card on eBay for like $340.
College
I've been wondering, and I haven't looked into it, but I don't know if any of you played this back in the day. I mean, I'm sure that Nick Cole and Eddie haven't, but um, I used to play a card game called Versus, the Versus system, where it's Marvel and DC characters in like a Magic style game, like
I
more.
remember you talking about this
Yeah,
a
like
while
it's more simplistic than Magic, but you still have like your attack row, your defense row, and you can, people with range and flight can, do different things, and like, so it's got a lot of the same mechanics. They call their oh shoot, I forget what the Magic term is, but they have things called plot twists, since it's, comic related, that are little one-time things. They have lands and all sorts of different, like a lot of the same stuff. It's a very similar system, but like I say, it's just a more simplistic version. But
back. All right, we
I
gotta do a Pokemon TCG episode.
yeah, but like,
Where I
and
can shine.
I almost wonder, I almost wonder if those cards might be worth something at this point, because that game went away for a while and came back as a totally different thing.
Right.
So it's not like the cards that I have are going to ever be remade or reproduced or mimicked with other cards. Like it's a totally different game now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course, that means my old cards could be worthless, but I wonder if they might be.
I think it depends on the popularity because there
Yeah.
are like it's weird because with Pokemon, it's like the value of a card depends on like if they get like a special illustration or whatever, but it
Mhm.
also depends on the Pokemon itself. Like I have a Ghastly card it's a special illustration Ghastly, and it's worth like $45, and it's been
Fuck
out for like a long time. Like anything like Ghastly, Gengar, Pikachu, like there's a special illustration of Pikachu from a couple sets ago that's worth like $500 right now,
Damn.
just because it's Pikachu. It's like nobody
Right.
plays that card. It's Pikachu.
Oh yeah, that's
But
Pikachu.
yeah, oh yeah, that's Pikachu right there.
Everybody know that's Big Dick B.
I need to watch that
knows
video
that's
now.
Big Dick
God
Punchy
damn it.
Rock.
Punchy
that's-
Rock.
That's
That's
Onion
fl-
Turtle.
Floor
Oh,
shit.
that's Pikachu.
That's three floor shits.
Floor shit. That's 3 floor shits.
Speaking of Pokemon, are you speaking to you specifically, Smashboard? Are you happy with the amount of Pokemon representation in Smash? Because I feel like it's a little annoying.
Honestly, dude. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now, a couple of Pokemon that can just dip.
Yeah,
Incineroar, gone.
most
Don't
of
need
them.
them.
I would say most of them, honestly.
Pikachu, gotta keep them.
Gotta stay.
Pokemon Trainer, gotta keep them.
Pichu, fucking out the door.
Bye.
Get fucked.
Mewtwo needs to stay because he's a classic.
Only
He's
because I fucking say so. Yes.
and
Otherwise,
then I'm looking at all the other
Otherwise,
Pokemon that are
fuck
in this
'em.
game.
Mewtwo is so much fucking fun to play as, man.
He really is.
I'm not good
Lucario
with
can
him at
also
all.
dip.
Lucario's gotta go. Fuck
Yeah.
you and fuck your stupid little blue Power Ranger bitch ass Pokemon. Get the fuck out of
Ditto.
here, dog.
All right,
Who
I'm
the other
looking
one?
at. You can organize this by just their games. That's awesome.
Well,
All
that's the
right,
thing, man. There's
Lucario, bye. Greninja, bye.
Bye.
Incineroar, bye. Pichu, bye. Pokemon Trainer, Pikachu, Jigglypuff, and Mewtwo can stay.
Is that really it?
Yeah, that's all the Pokemon in this game.
Interesting.
Now,
definitely
I
felt
did read somewhere that they're allegedly adding Armarouge and Ceruledge to the
ooh,
next Smash game in the style of Pyramithra.
that would be cool.
I think it
I
makes
don't know.
sense.
dude, Cerulege is such a dope Pokemon.
Dude, I have one on Scarlet, shiny with the rarest mark.
The purple.
Yeah, I'll never forget coming over that one day. I came over to your house and you're just sitting in front of your computer and you're just grinding the fuck out of these eggs, man. You're like, yeah, my
Yeah.
daughter wants a shiny whatever, and so I'm just like, I've sat here for the last 7 hours,
Oh,
fucking
Jesus.
driving around trying to find this fucking just
I was
hatching these eggs.
I was
And that's
doing
all
the
he's doing.
pseudomethod breeding.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
it's basically when you get a foreign Ditto and then your actual Pokemon and you breed it, you get a shit ton of eggs, and then
Yeah.
you go to Levincia and just fucking run in circles for an hour. For hours.
Hours, bro.
Yeah, it took me like 4,000 eggs to get her that shiny
God.
score bunny.
God damn.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers find different ways to play these games, man.
Yeah.
Like it's like that's a completely different fucking way to play the game. The
And
developer
I don't even do
not
that
expecting it
anymore,
to do that.
honestly, because I mean, I know we're not talking about Pokemon, but like Pokemon has Scarlet has this thing where you can take any Pokemon you want and make it perfect.
Yeah.
Because vitamins beef up all their stats now. So you have bottle caps for their EVs, their IVs. So you can have perfect Pokemon now in any game. You don't like its
Mhm.
ability? Change it. You got an ability patch or an ability capsule.
That's crazy.
Yeah, everything's just given to you. And you know why they did that? They're setting it up for Pokemon Champions, baby.
You think so?
Oh yeah, because you can put your Pokemon home Pokemon in there.
That's right.
So
Dude,
what you can do?
Champions is gonna be rad as fuck.
Oh yeah, dude, it's gonna change everything.
This
Talking
And
is
about
like
like,
a,
spiritual successors, that's the stadium successor right
I was
there.
gonna say
yeah,
this is
that
a
is.
dedicated like Pokemon battle
Yep.
simulator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's oh man, I can only imagine how they're gonna monetize the fucking piss out of that fucking game, dude.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be bad
Mm-hmm.
Like
because you
that
know it's
you
gonna
want to
be a
talk
free
about a
to play
$90
game.
fucking game, it's probably gonna be that one.
No, it's gonna be a fucking free to play game. My prediction is gonna be that it's gonna be a free to play game with a billion microtransactions.
Yeah.
I sure hope
Yeah,
not. I sure hope I can just
probably.
fucking buy it. Let me just buy it.
Right?
Please, for the love of Christ, just let me buy your fucking game.
I don't want it to be like home where you have to have a subscription
Oh
to put
yeah.
your Pokemon in. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they're doing that. Like they're gonna do that to us.
Bro, that is the biggest question I have walking away from the Switch 2 is what are they doing with Scarlet and Violet? Are they just not doing anything with that? Look, bro, this piece of tech that they're putting out for Switch 2 is way stronger. Like way stronger in terms of like pure hardware, way ahead of the Switch, the OG Switch. So, what's going on with Scarlet and Violet? They
I
said
don't know.
nothing.
They haven't said nothing about it. Game Freak hasn't said anything. Nintendo company, the Pokemon company hasn't said anything.
All that
I'm
we have
hoping we
right
get a
now
Switch
is
2
that there's
port.
yeah, there's gonna be a Switch 2 version of Legend ZA.
Yeah, but that's
Not good
it.
enough.
No.
Not good
No,
enough. It's
And
not good
I'm
enough.
not even 100% sold on ZA right now.
I'm not either. I don't like the battle system.
Yeah, thank you. The
I think
fact
it's
that the whole
ass.
game takes place in the city,
No new
like there's no
Pokemon,
running around.
not even regional variants.
Yeah.
Angela seems kind of on the fence with it as well, which is very strange because she's usually always all in on everything Pokemon. I'm
Yeah,
sure
me
That's
we
how
will
too.
I
get it.
am.
I'm sure that we will get it eventually because of like the whole idea of like the game card system. Have you guys like read on this? Like how you can like borrow out. So Angela can buy a copy of ZA
Mhm.
on her Switch and then play it for probably 1,000 hours because that's what she does. And then when she's done playing it, she can actually like digitally lend it to me, and it's
Yep.
like
Yeah.
it's kind of really cute in the way that it's like it like creates the game in like a digital card and like gives it
But you only
to the
get
other
it for
player.
like 2 weeks or something, right?
Yeah,
But
it's 2 weeks, but
you can
that's 2 weeks you
continue
didn't have the
like
game.
once 2 weeks comes around, it's like, hey, do you want to continue playing? And then I think it goes like by 2 week basis.
Okay.
So it's not like a you have to give it back at the end of 2 weeks. Like there's
Yeah.
like a confirmation thing,
Hmm.
which is really rad. Like
That's a really interesting thing to do. I like that.
Well, yeah,
yeah,
because then you can lend out to your people. Like, let's say I buy a game, but I think you can only lend out to people who are in your Nintendo
in your
account.
family, in your Nintendo family account. Yes.
Yes, that.
There's a heavy asterisk with that because that like I think it's $60 a year, but I have 4 people on there, so like I can, and all 4 of us. So like if one of them buys a game and I don't have it, they can lend it to me and vice versa.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pretty elegant situation. It's almost guaranteeing the death of physical media. I feel like you know we're not going to be buying games on shelves anymore. I feel like in and it's like rapidly approaching. I was thinking that this was
Yeah.
going to be something that would happen in like 10 years where we're never putting a disc or a cartridge into our consoles again. But I'm thinking it's more like 2 or 3 years now where it's like they're gone. People just don't want to buy, especially with my fucking thing with Berserker Kazan where I walked in and I was like, it's fucking day. It's release day. What do you mean you don't have any copies? What the fuck?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
Just
But I'm
That is
old.
pretty
I
wild.
like physical games.
I know. I felt like genuinely like compelled to go and buy that game because I liked the art on the box art.
Yeah.
They lost the sale, which sucks. But
Damn.
yeah, I that's my biggest question with Pokemon. I just want to reiterate that Pokemon is the most valuable thing in the world. It is the like what is it? Is
It's the most. It's the most valuable IP in the world.
yeah, like billions and trillions of fucking dollars. And then like and now with that frame of mind, go look at how Scarlet and Violet run. And it's like, the fuck? All this money,
Yeah.
you can't even make like a, and it not being at that direct is fucking suspect as shit to me. But
They're probably trying to be like, all right.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I get it. They're probably wanting to move on because that
They're
game
like,
fucked
forget,
from the beginning.
But one thing that
forget.
you're not
You
going to see
didn't
in
see
Pokemon games
anything.
moving forward, that I think we're not going to see anymore, is PvP
Really? Why?
because of champions.
You think that they're gonna completely neuter the games of battle?
No, yeah, like
Really?
you'll still be able to battle trainers and such, but I think they'll do it to where like they'll probably introduce like a new battle mason type deal, and then they'll just have all the PvP be in champions. Because like there will be no need for PvP in the game if they have champions out there, you
I
know.
see. Yeah, no, that
So now they
fucking
can
sucks.
separate the two, and now they have more chances to make a better, like, well-written story.
That's
And
crazy.
twice the chance to make money.
Exactly. See, microtransactions on Pokemon Champions and $100 for the new Pokemon mainline game.
Give us your fucking money.
Well,
Pretty
dude, that's the
much.
thing is like you could make a case that like there is a $90 Pokemon game that can exist, right? Like that has enough.
Yes.
Angela has like 600 hours in Violet alone, and is like and like actually really wants Scarlet, so she can put the same amount of time in there. Like it. These are like that you get massive value out of these games to the point where I do think that people would justify a $90 Pokemon game as long as it fucking runs well and it looks good. It doesn't run at 22
Yeah,
frames a second.
besides that, Scarlet's great.
Those are rookie numbers.
What does
I
it
can't
say?
even
Like,
read that
it's
shit.
it's
It's a
fuzzy.
tiny
It's a little
blurry.
blurry.
Well, it says I've played for 2,000 hours or more.
Yeah, bro. Can you say that you got your fucking value, your money's worth out of that $60 purchase? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Oh, I did. I did it. I got dividends on it.
yeah, like it's just that's how you really like
Stonks.
should look at like video game pricing is like, is this a game that like felt like it, or does it
Yeah.
look like it's gonna be valuable in any way? Like I look at like the new Donkey Kong game and I'm like, dude, that game looks like it's worth $70.
Right.
Like that,
Yeah.
like that's a fair price for like how much fun that game looks, dude.
Mhm.
But I digress.
No, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. It does look like a really, really, really fun game, and I can't wait to try it out. I'm definitely gonna save up for a Switch too, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly won't be there day one because, my finances generally
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to
prevent.
get it. It's gonna be hard to get a day one,
Oh yeah,
especially
that
Anyway,
too.
with the
That
tariffs and
that's
the
true.
pre-order
Yeah,
delays.
I'm
But
That's
just glad that
that's
they're
true.
fighting off the scalpers, man.
Like I'm
yeah,
definitely not even thinking about trying to get it in the early months after release, but I like even myself watching the direct, I'm like, and I'm not generally, a person to jump like on Nintendo stuff as much as I am like Sony stuff. Like
So,
even me, I was like, oh man, I've got to have one of those fuckers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I need this.
well, I justified that purchase almost immediately when I saw those. When I saw Zelda running at 60, I was like, that's it. And Angela was like, "Oh, you're day one?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm day one." Like just watching Zelda, like both of those games running at 60 with it with dude with HDR support, get the fuck out of here. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I like and I
and
really
you know
I'm
what?
what's that?
Jamie hasn't had a chance to play Breath of the Kingdom or Tears of the Kingdom
Here's the
yet.
Kingdom.
She hasn't had a chance to play that yet. She's only
Oh,
played Breath
leave
of the
it.
Wild.
Oh, leave it and
So
play it on that
we're
new console.
yeah,
Oh
that's what I'm gonna.
God.
That's what we're
yeah.
gonna do. We're gonna wait to get the Switch 2. We'll get the Switch 2 edition and just play it like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't
Play.
played. I haven't played Tears yet either, but I'm definitely gonna wait and get it on the Switch too.
Oh yeah, it'd be much better. You're better off.
Tears
Yeah,
of the Kingdom is a very very personal favorite game of mine, and I can't even imagine playing it. I
You're excited.
I'm excited, but like it's only because like I love that game so much, but I cannot return to it because it is the performance on that thing is just fucking awful. Like it is which sucks because I love my OLED Switch, bro. I got the Tears of the Kingdom like limited edition OLED Switch.
Ooh.
Like I balled out. I always ball out for Zelda, man. I love it.
Yeah, you got it.
And I can't play that game again until I have like at least a smooth 30, man. Like I going from like one place to the other and just these massive hitches in frame rate. It completely takes me out.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
And I was completely happy with just getting like a a base 30, like if they weren't getting any additions, right, it wasn't like a dedicated port or anything like what they're doing. It was just like a, hey, if you play Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch 2, you will get substantially better performance, but don't expect 60, right? Like you're
Yeah.
always going to have at least 30. I would have been happy with that. I would have been completely fine with that. But now you're telling me I can play this fucking game in higher. And not only that, bro, there's people going around, and I don't know how to believe it. I don't know if I should believe it, but they're saying like this is running at higher than 60 frames. Like
Holy shit.
These Zelda games are running at like an unlocked frame rate to the point where they're almost reaching 120.
Ooh.
I can't even imagine. It's
Didn't
one of the prettiest
the
looking games I've ever seen running at like a really good frame rate. I'm in. I'm day one. I'm day one.
what got me was the game chat.
Yeah.
That's so
Like,
cool.
That's what sold me. Because like when my kids are at home with their mom,
no.
when they're at their mom's house, I can game with them with the video cam with the camera and shit.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
it's funny
It
because
opens up another world that I can spend with my
when
kids.
they were showing that on the direct before they mentioned it, I was like, oh no shit, dude, Switch 2 is getting Discord integration. And it's like, no, it's game chat. And I'm like, oh, so Discord.
That's what Angela said immediately. She's like, "Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
It
it's just
looks like
fucking
Discord.
Discord."
It looks like Discord.
Yeah, no, it when they're showing everybody in the call, I'm like, dude, this is a Discord call. Like, what are you doing?
I really kind of hope and wish, and this is not going to happen because Nintendo is way too fucking stubborn. But I really kind of wish and hope that they would play ball with Discord and do some kind of Discord integration because that would be really cool. But it's not gonna fucking happen.
No.
They want to push their shit. They want to push their proprietary, like, oh no, why would you chat on Discord when you can you can watch
Yeah.
your friends play in 13 frames a second?
Oh yeah, dude, watching those
Damn.
people watch each other, that was rough. Like watching those frame rates.
Hey, props to Nintendo for not fucking lying, right?
Yeah,
Props to Nintendo for actually showing it for how it's going to perform and not how it should, how they want to look to sell it. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
very easily could have done some video magic and make that shit look way better than it did, but I'm glad that they decided not to because they would have been caught with their fucking hand so far in the cookie jar, it wouldn't have been funny. But yeah, I don't know.
Facts.
I hate defending Nintendo, and I love bringing them down a peg just because they are $1 billion company. But I don't know. I'm day one. I'm like super excited for this fucking thing, and I can't wait to hear the announcement for Smash because
Yeah.
you know that it's going to happen. And I wonder, I don't know who said it, but I wonder if this new version of Smash for Switch 2 comes with new characters,
We'll see. But I'm
which
pretty sure we're gonna get a Smash Ultimate Switch 2 edition. I'm
yeah, I mean
pretty sure.
that's a given, and they're gonna slap a big old $80 on that bitch, and
Yeah,
fully
for
expect
sure.
people to pay
40
it.
bucks to convert yours to the Switch 2 edition.
Yeah, that's
If you
the other.
already have the digital.
So I was
Uh,
also confused because I was seeing things that people were saying that if you had a subscription to Nintendo Online, you got some of like the upgrade packages for free. And I'm kind of right, and I mean they're kind of right where you do get some upgrades, but it's only two, and it's the only two that matter to me. It's Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Everything else you have to pay for, which
That's
fucking
fine.
kind of it's fine, but it kind of sucks too because it's like, how are you gonna charge me $20 extra on top of this shit? I don't know. I don't know. Weird. But do you have anything else you want to? I mean, obviously, it kind of jumped between Nintendo and Smash.
Yeah, it
Fluid
did.
topic. So, is there anything else you want to cap this wonderful little episode that we have off?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and follow me on Twitch. Um, just look for Smashbort. I have a pretty dope logo made by yours truly over here, Eddie Lion.
Hell yeah.
So look for the Smashbort logo. If you feel like donating to my stream, I have an about section. Click on the Gengar.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Very cool. Please don't forget to follow him. Twitch.tv/Smashbort. We'll have it up here all pretty and nice, ready for y'all to go. But that concludes our episode. Uh, Thank you, Smashbort, for coming along with us on this ride. Thanks for hanging
sure.
out with us.
Anytime.
As always, you can follow us on social media.
On Facebook, The Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
On Blue Sky and Instagram at Nerdcore Podcast.
Or you can find us on TikTok at Nerdcourt Podcast.
And since you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the little bell icon. We want to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that is the best and freest way you help us do that. If you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/nerdcourt podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that is the best way to help us do that. So thank you to our special guest, and from all of us here at the Nerd Corporation, we thank you, we love you, and keep it nerdy, y'all.
Take it
Smashbort.
sleazy.
Bye bye.
See you guys.
Smashbort.